I do what I do because I absolutely love it. I came upon this one therapist who completely just blew my mind, and I had to ask, where did you go to school? Because I immediately knew I wanted to do for other people what he did for me. So if you have an injury or some sort of pain even, you might not even know what it is. If you're in pain, you seek lots of different ways to try to help yourself, because when someone's in pain, they just don't want to be in it. So massage happens to be a very enjoyable way. To an extent, there is some pain involved in the treatment because you're trying to get rid of that pain. But for the most part, it's an enjoyable way to try to get rid of that pain permanently. We kind of analyze what it is that's causing the pain. Sometimes people are like, oh, I have this pain, I have these headaches all the time, you know, and they think it's like their head, something tension in their head or the stress. And then you come to find out it's the way that they hold their neck. So it's very interesting to try to figure out what it is that's going on with them, and to be able to fix it is so rewarding to see a patient that's in pain and then not in pain. People don't take the time to look through an entire body the way that we do, right? So when our hands touch the body, we can feel all the little points that have stress, and I like to call them speed bumps. And as soon as I find them, I'm like, okay, I have to note it and continue to see the pattern, right? And once I see the pattern of where I'm finding these things, it kind of leads me to movement or whatever it is, and I like to try to get all those little speed bumps out. When a person comes in for massage regularly, they actually reap the benefits consistently, so that they don't continue to develop these pain patterns. So we want to have some protocols in place, because usually those patterns didn't develop overnight, right? So you have certain ways that you move, things that you do, and so the pain pattern will continue if you continue the way that you've been behaving. Typically, people come about once a week, sometimes every other week. When you come more often, obviously you see better results, and you'll be able to continue to be at a state where you feel good. So when a client comes in for a massage, we usually recommend that they dress down to what they feel comfortable. As long as they feel comfortable with taking everything off, they should, because we can get into a lot more areas and make sure that we do a very thorough job. However, if they don't feel comfortable taking everything off, we do want them to have on what they want to keep on, so that they're comfortable on the table. Because if you're tensed up, I can't do my work the best I can. So I want you to be as comfortable as you can be. We have an amazing staff at Ole Body Bar. There's 7 of us. That includes the chiropractor, our acupuncturist, several massage therapists, and our receptionist. Everyone is very friendly. We are just like family here. We do a lot of things together, and we take care of our patients together. We have massage and acupuncture services, which are an incredible combination, because you can actually get on the table, and it's a treatment that we offer one right after the other, and you don't even have to change rooms. So you're comfortable the whole time. If you're nervous about getting acupuncture, if you get a massage first, it relaxes you enough. If you haven't tried it, some people are worried about needles, and it's really not about needles. You can barely feel the needle. But if you're in a nice relaxed state, you can definitely accept trying the new treatment a lot better. If you get the acupuncture first, because you're used to it, it's also a really great treatment, because you're all zened out on the table and ready to receive your massage really well. So if your muscles are already relaxed, then we can get you into a deeper state of relaxation. It's amazing for stress. Dr. Dillon is in one of the local Ronkonkoma LITIP chapters. He has a lot of motivation, he has a lot of drive, he has a lot of ideas, he's got fresh ideas, he's young. He has a way to practice that's unlike a lot of chiropractors that I've met.
First, I want to start with saying my dad was a chiropractor. That was huge. Being able to see how he could change people's lives with something what seems so simple. I mean, under the skin, there's so much that goes on. Now I'm experiencing those moments myself, and it makes it all worth it. So my style, the way I practice, I always adjust, obviously, unless it's maybe not a good situation. Sometimes we need to stretch. Sometimes I do some deep tissue massage, some flexibility stuff, just moving them, pinning and stretching, simple stuff. But exercises are always key, because what got them into that position in the first place was their own movement, the way they carry themselves, maybe their habits, their job, anything that they're constantly and consistently doing day to day is going to affect the shape of their body, literally. There's something called Wolff's Law. It's enough tension on a bone creates the shape of the bone. So you can have misshapen bones with constant chronic tightness. Nowadays, people are always looking down. They even have a name for it. It's called text neck. Looking down at their phones, computers, just sitting, slouching forward. It's not what our bodies are meant to do. Like literally, the more movement you have in your joints, the better connectivity you create with your brain. Mind-body connection. This actually releases endorphins, and you live a healthier life. Your body is much better off. This is why my job is so fulfilling. I just love what I do, because being an athlete and dealing with pains and aches growing up, you feel really helpless and you feel like there's no way out. And how are you ever going to excel at your sport and get better if you have these things in your way, these roadblocks and literal restrictions? So being able to adjust, stretch, deep tissue, and then educate the patient. Being able to educate the patient on why they are the way they are and which exercises, what movements they're lacking through their daily routine, this will make up for the loss of movement that they don't experience in their day-to-day. I love helping people just get out of pain, that unnecessary pain. Sometimes you just gotta ask for a little help and you can change your life, you can turn your life around.
Massage is a place, it's a space where you can really relax, you can feel vulnerable, you can let go of all of your stresses and your worries, and you can just be in the moment where everything just feels good and you can go back into the world with this clarity that you've not felt before.